So just to give you a little bit more of an explanation, I took out these two large invasive ligustrums and I replaced that with cardboard and then about 1.5 inches of good compost. And I mixed in the rest of my seeds from nativeamericanseed.org, a nice native Texas mix. So they'll be coming up in about 2 weeks. And I used the opportunity to plant some large pieces of dead wood that I had laying around. It might just act as like a landing perch for birds to come in. And that might be really fun to see. Howdy y'all, and welcome back to the Wildlife Channel. My name is Chad, and in today's episode, I wanted to take something that's already existing, like my wildflower bed, but really give it the upper hand. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So right here, if you've seen my previous videos, it's my wildflower bed. Now the edge of it filled in really nicely with these rudbeckias, Indian blanket flowers, and we're starting to get some other ones. The knockout roses are doing really well, and I planted those. But as you can see, there are large areas where there is just nothing. And before I start fixing this bed immediately, a little bit of context. So I'm here in Houston, Texas. It's July 2nd, and we are in the middle of a drought. It has not rained here for at least a month, and everything is just baking in about 100 degree weather, and that could be tolerable, except it's 100 degrees plus 30 to 80% humidity, and that's when it gets dangerous. So I'm out here doing this in the morning, about to fill the beds with this lovely topsoil. Now I usually don't buy topsoils or compost, but I've got a lot of really woody material down here. This compost was certainly nowhere close to being fully broken down. As you can see, it's very stringy. There's still sticks in here. So getting an inch or so of a really good quality topsoil, but it's not just that, it's also inoculated with fungal growth. So this should help everything in here, not just the seeds that I'll mix in with this, but all the existing plants. I think that's about it. Just got to spread these bags on this bed and then mix in some seeds afterwards to take advantage of it. But first, let's see. First, I've got some weeding. There's some arbutus grass trying to come in, and better stop it now before it gets out of hand and I'll put the soil down. So let's get started. Just taking a little break here to admire the mantis. Hanging out by the milkweed. But it's time to get back to work. Now for a couple of seeds. They're both annuals and perennials. This is a lot for the pollinators. And this is a lot for no watering. Let's get it. Taken most of my seeds, maybe about 120 square feet of seeds, and spread them out right on top of this nice topsoil I just got. I'm gonna rake it in and give it a good soak. Then after that, I'm just using the other bag and a half of this good soil, and I'm gonna top off some of my other garden beds that are just drying out so quickly in this Houston heat. I should really take advantage of this opportunity and transplant some things that would really like a little more sun. So, over here to the left, this is a Gulf muley grass. It gets nice purple tufts. And then here we've got a dwarf coreopsis and a second one. But, I mean, as you may or may not be able to tell, they're really dry here. And both of these species want more sun. So, why not move them to some of the patchy areas in the wildflower bed? Let's go. And just to go over the plants that I transplanted real quick, here's a Gulf muley grass. Right over here is a dwarf coreopsis. And the second dwarf coreopsis is right here at the end. So let me give you a little walk around of what's been done. So this wildflower bed was put in and seeded with Native American seeds, or from nativeamericanseed.org, I should say. And then I filled in all the patchy areas with about a 1/2 inch of topsoil and maybe 2-3 dozen species of flower. Most are native, the others are non-native. So we're gonna have to wait about 2 weeks to see what happens. Let me show you what else I did. Now it's right here, these two beds. I have filled in the same thing, did the same thing I did over there with the wildflowers. And that's basically what these are, except there's a few more perennials in here already established. And once again, I'm gonna have to wait 2 weeks to really reap the rewards or the benefits. Now on the other side of the yard, we have these two beds, which I did the same thing with. You can see that nice dark soil, nicely seeded and watered, ready for, ready for another hot Houston day. And that's about it. So, thank you for watching. It's loud. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to show you the results of fixing those wildflower beds. Have a good day.